Hello, good evening. It's evening in Nigeria, Nigerian time. It is 4 p.m. in the evening. So I would like to say good evening to everybody available online at the moment. I can see a couple of people online and just use the chat box. Let's know, let, let's know where you're joining us from. Let's know where you're joining us from, what part of the country, which country you're joining us from. If you're in Nigeria states, if you're in Lagos, if you're from Ghana, from Kenya, from UK, just let us know. Use the chat box to let us know where you're joining us from. I can see a couple of people. Hi Itoro, hi Adedayo, hi Fumilola, hi Ewa. Let's know where you're joining us from. Welcome to the Techie Accountant Summit. This is the 4th edition of the Techie Accountant Summit. And we're pleased that you could join us today. You can take a moment to invite your friends. So even if they couldn't register, we're streaming live on YouTube, the Techie Accountant on YouTube at the moment. So you can invite your friends, let them join us live on YouTube. Okay, I can see we have Rhoda from Lagos, Nigeria. We have Ewa from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay. Osaze from Lagos, Nigeria. Hi, Osaze. How is Lagos this evening? Thank you for joining us. Fumilola from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I can see a lot more people joining in. Welcome to the Techie Accountant Summit. Like I said, it's our 4th edition and we are going to have an amazing time. At every summit, we try to address issues in the industry, or we try to make sure that professionals are informed on updates or latest technology in the industry, so that we can become even more better professionals. Okay, I'm still expecting more names. So we have Adedayo from Abuja. Hi, Adedayo. Thank you for joining us. Before we kick off fully, please take a minute to invite your friends, your colleagues. This is going to be a very insightful session. And I believe, as usual, that there will be something for you to take home. And let's not be stingy with it. Let's invite other people to come and participate. So while I expect more people to introduce themselves, so if you're online, please let us know where you're joining us from. We like to get acquainted with our audience. Let's know where you're joining from. I'm Minat from Lagos. So far we have people from Lagos and Abuja, both in Nigeria. Still expecting more. We're still expecting more. And if you're a techie accountant and you are graduating today, I think you should also state it in the comment section, because today is also about you. So the summit is always in conjunction with the closing ceremony. So at the end of every Techie Accountant season, we host a summit to mark the closing ceremony and also to enlighten finance professionals. Congratulations, Aminat. Yes, the journey of 12 weeks ends today. Congratulations. I see Temi from England. Hi, Temi. Thank you for joining us. Ada from Lagos. She's also graduating today. Hi, Ada. Congratulations to you. A huge well done to you guys. You guys have put in the work, and we are happy that it has paid off. It wasn't an easy journey, quite intense, week in, week out, but we're glad that today, finally, we get to wrap it up with a bang in a big way. So congratulations to you, to you all. We'll be interacting with selected few today, just so that we can give the audience a feel of what it's like to be at the academy and why we are celebrating today, why is worth celebrating. So we'll be doing that as the summit progresses. So I'm expecting more people. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. We're so happy that you could join us. Kindly use the chat box to introduce yourself. Let our guest speaker know where you're joining us from, and let our guest speaker know where you're joining us from, and let's get to know you too. From Abuja, another Techie accountant. Congratulations. So like I said, please take a minute to invite your friends. For those that did not register, because without registration, you cannot join us. We are live streaming on YouTube at the moment. So please, you can tell them to check the Techie accountant on YouTube. We're live streaming at the moment on YouTube. So if you can't make it in here, you can also join us live on YouTube. Okay, so while we wait for more people, we have someone from South Africa. Nice. Okay, we have Pratibra from South Africa. Apologies if I didn't pronounce it well. Apologies, but I'm so excited to have you. So we have from England, now we have from South Africa. Thank you for joining us. We are so happy to have you here. Apologies if I didn't pronounce it well. Rita from Nigeria. Hi, Rita. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen now. Let me just share with you a few things about the Techie Accountants Academy. I'll get back to the chat box soon enough. Okay, so this is just a summary of what we do at the Techie Accountants Academy. What we are doing, we're very passionate about empowering finance professionals at all levels of their career. So regardless of the level you find yourself, are you an entry level, mid-level, C-suits, whichever level you find yourself, there is always a package for you at the Techie Accountants Academy. We do this through, we are not just, and it's not just about formal learning, quote and unquote, formal learning. We do this through practical learning, shared knowledge, and cutting-edge mentoring. But we don't only teach or empower finance professionals through our courses. We do this through our academy. We do this through our community. I'm going to be sharing the link to the community later on. We have a community where we share resources that are beneficial to finance professionals. So it's more like a platform whereby you can go catch up on latest news in the industry, or articles, insightful articles, and generally resources that are beneficial to finance professionals. So we have the academy, we have the community, and we have our summits, which we host at the end of every Techie Accountant season. And we have IR for Africa. I don't know if I'm permitted to speak on this right now, but I'll leave it at that. So we do this through some of these platforms, and I'm sure by the time the founder is allowed to speak, she would be telling you more about the courses that we offer at the academy. But now let me get back to the chat box and see and meet more people. So we have Ben from Port Harcourt. Hello, Ben. Thanks for joining us. We have Muyiwa from Lagos, Nigeria. Hi, Muyiwa. Thank you for joining us. Also, I think another thing I would like to know is if we are all finance professionals. I want to believe that we are all finance professionals, but yes, if you are, if you're not, what are your expectations for the webinar? What are you looking forward to? I think you can feel free to share that. Our guest speaker is here, and I'm sure she's going through the chat. So let's know what you expect from this webinar, like, or from this summit. At the end of this summit, what are the things that you expect? We know that we are our topic for today is, okay, Laura from Lagos. Hi, Laura. Thank you for joining us. We're so glad to have you. So our topic for today is how to become a finance business partner. And our speaker today is very, very experienced. She's very experienced in this space. We've gotten a couple of questions during the week, and she'll be doing justice to that. We have a couple, but as our session progresses, if you have questions, we have the Q&A box. Please feel free to use that during our session. Please drop your questions as it comes. Just drop it, and it will be attended to when the time comes. We have a time that has been allocated specially for question and answer, but just drop it as it comes so we can plan ahead, so it doesn't become too much as when it's due. So when you have questions, please use the Q&A box. Don't use the chat box, please. Use the Q&A box and to ask your questions. Okay, so let me get back to the chat box and see if we have Kunle from Lagos. Hi, Kunle. All right, the numbers are gradually climbing up. And at this point, I would like us to progress. I would be inviting the founder, because for everything you see happening today, it generated from somebody, was somebody's idea, and then it has become this massive. Did I mention that we're in the 7th season of the Techie Accountant? So we've done season 1, season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are rounding up the 7th season of the Techie Accountant. And we have grown from a class of 10, and we're eating a class of 30. I mean, in how many years? So it's been a lot of progress, and that is just one of our courses, And so it's the brain work of someone that has brought all of this. Because of one person, we are all gathered here today. And so I would like to introduce her, and you would come and hear from her directly what brought about this idea, and the progress we've made so far, and also the plan ahead, if she's willing to let you in on what she has planned. But briefly, just permit me, let me read a brief profile. And let me share my screen. Share our profile. Okay, like I wanted to share with us the courses earlier on, but I think I will leave that for her to do during her own speech. Okay, I believe that you can see my screen. So this is the founder of the Techie Accountant Initiative, not just the Techie Accountant Academy. The academy is just one. This is the founder of the Techie Accountant Initiative. Her name is Toyin Olufon, and she's a seasoned finance professional with over 8 years of extensive experience in the areas of financial reporting, taxation, and financial advisory. She has hands-on experience in preparation of IFRS compliant financial statements, conversion of Nigeria GAAP compliant financial statements to IFRS compliant financial statements, and advising clients in the implementation of new standards. She's also extensively experienced in tax matters with exemplary prowess in tax audits and investigation, tax review, tax planning, company income tax, personal income tax, value-added tax, withholding tax management, and others. She is a member of ACCA, ICANN, and INSEAD, that is the Business School of the World, if I'm correct. I didn't state that here. I didn't write it fully, but I believe that I'm correct. She has trained about 3,000 entrepreneurs and corporate employees across Nigeria and proffered qualitative professional advice to several clients across different industries. Aside from being the founder of the Techie Accountant, she's also the principal consultant for Nifort Consulting. And through her leadership, the company has harnessed high-level acceptance and has been opportuned to provide value-added services to corporate clients. She has worked as a consultant to the World Bank and Security and Exchange Commission. She's the founder of Techie Accountants, an initiative for bridging the educational gap between finance graduates and the skills in demand in the financial labor market, thereby creating employment and enhancing quality professional education. Guys, if your hands are not busy, kindly join me to welcome the founder of Techie Accountant Initiative, Mrs. Toyin Olufon. Good evening, ma. The floor is all yours.
Hi, Kemi. Thank you for the introduction. That was really lengthy. At some point, I was wondering, is that me or someone else? Please, can you hear me? I need to be sure you can hear me.
I can hear you. Okay, I presume there is an issue with the network at our end. But if you can hear me, I will just, prior to when that is sorted out, I can see someone dropped her expectation or what she's expecting from this summit. And she's an accountant, and at the end of this summit, she expects to have gained knowledge on how she can be more proficient in her accounting career globally. So I'm sure at the end of this, Rita, you would definitely, I would ask you again at the end if you have gained certain knowledge. I would ask you again. Okay, so I think she has a bit of network issue. So let's hold on a bit while she tries to reconnect because our network is off. Our network is off at the moment. Hi, Wisdom. Okay. So while we wait for her, I think I will just move on to the next. But I would have loved her to actually usher us in today. Oh, happy to hear. Did you miss anything? Not really. Just tell us where you're joining us from. You've not missed much. Just tell us where you're joining us from. And we're just about to get started. So it's just been introduction. Looking forward to listening and learning. Thank you very much for that. And that you're in the right place. You're in the right place. So Wisdom is from Ghana. Hi, Wisdom. You didn't write it, but I know you, so I've told everybody you're from Ghana. Yeah, Accra, Ghana. Okay. All right. Let me move on to the next to avoid our time to avoid wasting so much time. And when she's back, we'll pass on the baton to her. Okay, so we would have the first, we bring in a techie accountant to speak on our experience. So because this is a closing ceremony, we just want to allocate a few minutes to hear from those who have been through the process at the academy and would like to hear their experience during their stay in the academy. Please a minute. Okay, so the first person, if he's here, is Ajanwa Chuku. Okay, Ajanwa Chuku, if you're here, let me see. Please give me a minute. I'm trying to. Okay, you can turn on your video and let us have a quick chat. Hi, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, ma.
Okay, so let me start by saying, oh, we can't see you anymore.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, let me start by saying congratulations and well done. Well done for being consistent in the last 12 weeks, for being committed and consistent during the period of the training. I must really give you credit for that. And for being an active participant too during the training. Thank you very much for making our work easy, doing excellently well. So for those that do not know you, let's allow you introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Ede Ajoachko, BSc Accounting from Babcock University, and I'm a chartered accountant. I currently work contract jobs. Yeah,
okay. Before we go too far, let me be sure people can hear you. So if you can hear him, you might need to like increase your audio. But if you can hear him, please indicate in the chat box that you can hear him. If you can hear him, you can hear him perfectly. Okay, great. So his name is Ajanwa Chuka, as he has said, as a graduate of accounting, and he works on contract basis for now. Okay, let's know why you joined the Techie Accountant Academy.
Okay, the main reason why I joined is because I could really connect to their vision of being at the forefront of accounting and data analysis. Initially, my plan was just get to ICANN and then the rest of your life is chilled. When I came out, I found out that the world was far more competitive than that. And in order for me to be relevant, I had to be able to compete locally and globally. And the Techie Academy was one of the people that I felt would get me there. Then in the first section with the founder, she said something about getting jobs locally and globally. So I was like, yes, this is one I want to mentor me. Then the network opportunities, most of the jobs I get are from people that I've met before. And because we're able to network and because they could trust me, so they gave me those opportunities. Then I also joined because of the courses offered by Techie Academy.
Okay, even though you rushed through it, you joined for various reasons because Just for various reasons, I can get that. Okay, fine. Now looking at the reasons that you listed, would you say that at the end of your 12 weeks now, looking at your progress before and after, how would you describe your process, your progress?
Okay, so one of the reasons I joined was to learn accounting software, and I've done that to an extent. I also wanted to partake in PowerPoint because I've never really used PowerPoint like that, so that also helps. And
Okay.
then the knowledge passed by the mentors during the sections was really important for me.
Okay.
And even though I had done accounting standards, the questions that were set were a bit technical and tricky. And so I was able to get some things out of it. So I really gained a lot.
Okay. So now, how would you rate your PowerPoint skills on a scale of 1 to 10?
Eight,
6. So before you were
eight,
like on a
no, eight.
8.
Yeah,
Hey, that's nice. So where were you before? Like 1 or 2?
true.
Okay, so now you're on 8. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So which of the mentoring session was your favorite?
I think the one with the founder, because that one was one that really got me hyped up about the whole thing. Mrs.
Okay.
Doing. I even though
So
she just gave more of an introduction.
oh yeah, she just gave more. So I'm
Yeah,
surprised that that's your favorite part because it was just like so when she's done, what would happen now? You'll be blown away.
I'll be blown away, definitely.
All right. So what would you say is your favorite part of the training so far? What would you say you love more about the training?
Um, the, the mentoring sections,
Okay.
the IAS, and our presentation too.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So if we have like a lot of people joining, and if you have an advice to give to somebody who wants to join, what would you say to them?
Okay, now, the cost benefit, first and foremost, I know a lot of people that offer accounting standards training, and what they charge is about 100,000 and above, and Tech is charging far below that. And they also offer other courses like accounting software, mentoring sections, and the rest. Then I also like to say that for me, when I saw the vision Techie Accountants had, it's not like other visions of being the biggest company. It's just about being at the forefront of everything. So it meant they had to keep pushing, they had to keep pushing, putting in effort. I remember having a conversation with you that I said that the amount I'm paying now is going to help me in the future because the amount is small, and I have a feeling that Techie Accountant is going to be really big in the future. We had this conversation on Friday. Then on
Yeah.
Saturday, our founder said something about a university and that she was going to give us some privileges. And I was like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. So I know that in the future, because of my participation, I'll have a lot to gain. So that's what I'll tell people. And then the classes were hands on. Everyone that came knew how to explain and all. So I really gained a lot. And I know a lot of people
All
are
right.
skeptical about the whole internet learning, but Tech Academy really did a lot. So I really like to thank and
All right.
appreciate them.
Thank you very much, Ajamachuku. Thank you very much. Especially the last part. A lot of people are skeptical about virtual learning, but thank you because it
Yeah.
takes a lot of commitment on their end to achieve that. Also, let me mention that the Techie Accountant it's a foundation, so that's why the courses are highly discounted. So we don't charge the exact worth of the courses. So that's why we call it commitment fee because it's not actually the tuition fee that is on the same level with the quality you're getting. So we're
Yes.
doing this to give back, actually. So that's why the prices are, like you said, quite small. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you. Thank you. You can turn off your
I
video
appreciate
now.
you too. All right.
Thank you. Okay, and at this point, I think our founder is back and I would allow her take over the floor now. Ma, you can have the floor so that we can hear from you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. My network knocked me out. Sorry about that. But I guess I'm back now. So let me just share can you see my slides? Yes, I want to share it. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. actually we are connecting from different part of the world. So I think I have to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time at your side. Thank you for connecting with us this evening. Welcome. This is the Techie Accountant Summit, and this is the fourth one that we are doing. We actually started last year, and since when we've started, we realized that, oh, this is another effective way, to connect people to like minds, to fellow professionals around the world, and to also give back also. And that's why we are having this. So I'm just going to be telling you a little about the Techie Accountant. What are we into? Or what are we about? I've had a lot of people who hear the name the Techie Accountant. They're always wondering, what does the Techie Accountant mean? Okay, so I'm going to take a run now. The Techie Accountant is actually an initiative of the Leaford Foundation. So the Leaford Foundation is the corporate social responsibility of Leaford Consulting. And I remember when we started the Leaford Foundation, the Techie Accountant, I remember a lot of people saying that, how much do you make from the consulting firm that you have a foundation already? And my response to them is that you can always give at every level that you are. We don't need to become as big as the big four before we are able to give back. I always believe that at every level you can give back. And that's why we have this initiative. And this is what we're about. We started about 3 years ago. It started as a physical training session, which we normally have in Abuja. And we had a lot of interest then, even from people that were not resident in Abuja. COVID actually forced us to think outside the box. And that's what bettered the virtual academy. And so we are grateful to COVID for pushing us. We never knew we had it in us, but COVID actually pushed us, and we're grateful for that. So the Techie Accountant is a global leading initiative aimed at empowering finance professionals at all levels of their career through practical learning, shared knowledge, and cutting-edge mentorship. So practical learning, we do that through our courses. And as Kemi said, our courses are actually hands-on. We bring life scenarios to it also. For some, when we have internship opportunities also, we give it, we give people the opportunity to intern also, for them to put into use the knowledge that they've gained. Shared knowledge, we have our community for that. On the community, we have different people connected from different parts of the world, and it's a safe community. It's a web-based community, and it's a safe community where you can ask any question. The beautiful thing about the community is that if you're too shy, you don't want us to know your name, maybe because you think that your question is maybe stupid. In my own opinion, no question is stupid though. But on the community, you have the opportunity to post your question there, and anybody can respond to you, anybody from any part of the world. As I said, shared knowledge, in the sense that if you have a question and you're based in Ghana and someone in South Africa or in UK is responding to it, that is you learning from that person's wealth of knowledge, in that environment. Please mute yourself. I don't know why you're muted. Thank you. All right, we are an organization with a passion to promote digital literacy with special focus on innovative use of technology among youth and women in Africa. That's what we do. Our vision to raise a generation of premium and tech-savvy finance professionals. It's very important right now, tech skills. And I know it's almost becoming like a cliche, but it's still very important. It's a skill that everybody must have in this time and age. And that's what our mission is. I think I've said that before. So Techie actually stands for something, apart from the fact that it connotes technology, like a tech-savvy finance professional. That's what it connotes. But it actually stands for something deeper than that. So the T stands for technology-driven, E is enthusiastic, C is consistently making an impact, H is honesty and integrity, Y is young and vibrant techpreneurs. So we are not just, empowering finance professionals to be amazing or exceptional employees. We also want you to become techpreneurs. I say all the time. You may not agree with me. I normally say that if finance professionals are at the forefront of the technology changing the way we work, I strongly believe that the technology solutions that we have in our industry will be better than what we have at the moment. Right now, most of these technology solutions are built by core developers. Probably they get a buy-in, but it's different when it's a finance professional championing that that initiative and trying to use technology to create a solution that makes our work easier. I think that will bring like the kind of solution, the kind of product we are going to produce is going to be exceptional. And that's why we are all about this. And okay, I think I'm here to have my mentoring session because of the network. I would have told you, people that are part of the the academy, we normally talk about emerging technology. And I normally say a few stuff as to how you can build competency on, even if possible, build a solution. The point is that don't think that it's just for core tech guys. You also can build a solution that is driven by technology. By just partnering, you have the knowledge, you have the industry knowledge, you can partner with a programmer and you can come up with an amazing solution. And that's one of the ways we want to inspire you. So this is what Techie stands for. So anytime you pass through the academy, this is the kind of representation we expect from you henceforth in the marketplace. Our value proposition, we are powered by technology and driven by value, basically. We are all about value. I think I said it yesterday. I said the day we realize that what we are doing is not adding value, we're going to pull the plug. We are not doing it because we want to be seen as doing something. We are doing it because we want to add real value. And that's why, if you notice that we always ask you for feedback. If you're part of our academy, or if you've taken any of our courses, you'll see that we are always asking you, are you having any challenges? Reach out, ask questions, because we are all about value. We want you to get value. These are some of the courses. These are the courses that we offer right now. In the academy, we have the Techie Accountant course. As I said, it's our own signature course. It actually entails a lot of things. If you pass through the academy, you get to learn soft skills. You get to learn technology, just as I said, accounting software. At least you get to learn one. You get to learn preparation of financial statement. You have a solid foundation on the understanding of IFRS and the likes. It's usually a lot. It's even more than what I'm saying right now. Then we have the tax consulting course. We have the accounting software training. We have the payroll management course also. We have our data analytics course, which is starting next week. So if you've not, I've seen a few people that are part of the course. They are actually part of this webinar. I saw their names. So hello, Rita, if you can hear me. I saw you. So we just launched that. And these are other courses also that we're preparing, we're working on. The growth, this is our growth. Right now, we have student courses across 5 countries in Africa. We've had students from Ghana, from Cameroon, from Kenya, of course, Nigeria, and we keep growing. So this has been the growth trajectory of the academy. And okay, in July 2020, this is more about the community. We launched a Techie Accountant community. The community is a platform for connecting accountants and finance professionals all over the world. And we are about 1,000 members strong on the platform. I think Emmy will share that with you later on. Rita, I can hear you loud and clear. I can see you, girl. Catch you next week. All right. So that's it about the community. You may want to join the community. Okay, she just shared the link to the community. You may, if you are not part of the community, please join. We get to post a lot of things. And as I said, it's a community for you to ask questions also. You may be at work, you're not clear on anything, and you just want like minds to help you out or to give you insight as to how to go about it. That's a very good place for you to just drop your question. And in no time, someone will definitely give you a good response. So the Techie Accountant Summit, we host a virtual global summit for finance professionals to discuss digitalization and innovation in accounting. We invite leading experts from all over the world to the panelists at this virtual summit. And that's why we have Andy today. She's super amazing. She'll soon have the floor. And guys, don't be too much in a hurry. You will be blown away. In 2020, we hosted 2 summits and we had panelists from UK, from US, from Canada, and Nigeria. Yes, we've been doing this for a while. And the whole idea is we want you to have, even though we are in Africa, we just want you to have a feel of what is happening in the other part of the world. As I normally say, technology has actually made the world smaller in the sense that our competition now, if I know of organizations that right now all their staff are working remotely, and some, if I know of someone that just relocated from UK to Nigeria, is a Nigerian because his company has fully gone virtual and there's no need for physical presence. So what that means is that we need to be skillful. We are not just supposed to prepare ourselves for the market in our immediate environment. We are supposed to prepare ourselves for the market even beyond our immediate environment, because that opportunity exists right now. And that's why it's important we have this conversation. That's why it's important we talk about this, we empower each other, and we help each other also to become the best. I normally say world best. This is not Nigerian best again or Ghana best or whatever, that you become one of the world best finance professional in the world. And that's the goal, All right, so this is part of our board of trustees. In case you think that I'm the only one running the show, absolutely not. I'm not the only one running the show. We have other people running the show with us. We have Olubenga Oluwani is the finance director. Is the finance director at NLNG, and it's part of our board of directors. Okay, and it's part of our board of directors. Then this is me. Then we have a barrister also, about 10 years of experience, is also part of us. Then we have, I want to move to the next slide. Please move. Okay, so we have Mr. Emery also, we have Miriam, and we have Misha. Misha is a partner. She's part of us now. She's actually in UK. And yes, so that's a brief summary of what we are all about. And we're supposed to have started Andy's session. That's why I'm rushing, so that we can get started, in good time. I'd like to welcome every one of you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have your pen and paper, and please don't feel shy. Ask your questions. In this place, there's no stupid question. Every question is correct, is intelligent, and it's genuine. I would like to hear from you. Please make sure you participate, and don't feel shy. We're a family here. Thank you very much. Jaime, I'll hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Laura, if you need more clarity on any of the courses, just feel free to drop a message. I would attend to you later on. Okay, because we're in the East right now, and we would need to bring our speaker on board right now. So I will just do that. Okay. All right, I presume you can see my screen, and this is a summary of our speaker's profile, because if we decide to write it as it is, then we would need more than one slide for it. Okay, so meet our speaker, Andy. She has over 20 years of experience as a qualified FCCA accountant and former commercial finance director. Andy, alongside our incredible team, thrive on upskilling thousands of accountants around the globe. You see what we have in common? She and her team are passionate about upskilling thousands of accountants around the globe to become stronger performance in their organizations. Through their world-class every finance business partner transformation programs, training courses, and workshops, Andy and her team have helped organizations identify what finance business partnering is all about and how to add greater value using their unique finance business partnering formula, the formula for business partnering success. She's a regular speaker at CIMA, ACCA, AAT, and NHS finance conferences and events, and we are about to add Techie accountants to this. She is also a guest speaker on several financial podcasts, contributor to finance business partnering articles in trade publications, and she has written a book on introduction to finance business partnering, FAD or value add. I'm sure she would give us details more about this book and how we can go about it if you're interested. She's also the founder of the Finance Business Partnering Bootcamp, an annual conference usually held in October, this very month. It's my pleasure to welcome Andy. Thank you for taking time to join us today. We really appreciate, and we are so grateful to have you here. The floor is yours, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that incredible introduction and for the invite to speak for so many people who are here today. So a big hello to all of you out there. It'd be great to see you in the chat, just so that I know that you can hear me. Just say hi in the chat box, and as you do that, I will share my screen so we can go through. Look at all those highs, that's fantastic. I'm going to try and say some of your names today. I'm really excited to meet you all. Thank you, Rita, good to have you, that's so kind. Hi Andy, Tobito, thank you so much, everyone. Great to meet you. So today, finance business partnering, such a hot topic, isn't it? So I want to introduce you to finance business partnering, or refresh you on finance business partnering if it's something that you already do, and we want to explore if it's a fad or if it's a genuine value add to your accountancy career, because it is that hot topic at the moment. It is the buzzword right now. So what we're going to do, just let me get you onto the right slide, is discuss all these things here. What is a finance business partner? What does the research say about it, as well as my own experiences of more than 20 years in finance. So we're going to look at what the research says about business partnering, and does it help organizations? Because that's what we want to do as accountants, isn't it? We want to add value, we want to support, we want to drive an organization forwards. I'm going to look at how this differs from the more traditional accounting role. We're looking at why the change, and also I'll introduce you to our unique finance business partner formula, which of course is the formula for business partnering success. So hopefully that sounds good for a late Sunday afternoon for you. So I've already been introduced by Techie accountant so beautifully, so more credentials here, and I'm sure you'll get a copy of the slides if you wish. As she said, Introduction to Finance Business Partnering, FAD or Value Add, the book as well, which of course is you can buy on Amazon. It's a really nice, it's not a big read. It's designed to be read over a cup of tea and a biscuit to get you as a stronger business partner. Great to see lots of ACCAs here as well today, and I now run a company called Finance Training Academy and Finance Business Partner Academy. So let's get cracking, everyone. Let's go from bean counter to business partner. So this is where we get you to contribute. I want you to tell me in the chat. This will be so interesting doing this, given there are several different countries represented here. So tell me in the chat box, what words do other people use to describe a typical accountant? So what words, if you were going down your local high street or out into town and you put a microphone in someone and said, how would you describe a typical accountant? Tell me in the chat box, what sort of words would they say? What sort of words would they say? Auditor, Legan. Yep. Not quite sure. Someone that knows everything. That's wonderful. Rigid, Olusegun. Yes. Bookkeeper, Eniola. I hope I won't butcher all your names today. I'll do my absolute best for you. Keep going. What other words would people use? Someone who likes money a lot, Rhoda. I like that one. Money people favor. Yeah, absolutely. What else would they say? This is great. Accountant general, yes. Okadima. Money man, Benjamin. Yep. Someone that keeps a business record. Yeah. Budgeter, it's coming through fast now. Someone who adds zero and steals money wisdom. Stingy people on Yinya. Yeah. CFO, Benjamin. Hopefully I've got what everyone's said there. Greedy, someone who pays the salary. Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, someone who does payroll. Budgeter, lots of budgeting. Yep. Oh, I've asked this question so many times. Caution people. Yeah, absolutely. Researcher for accounting processes. So many things. All these things, I would absolutely agree with you. Prudent spender, Margaret. Yeah, we're a popular lot, aren't we? Accountants save the world, Olusegun. I love that one. Treasury manager, Zaravat. Yep. Brilliant. Keep on coming. And I'll keep going with the session as well, because I know we're running slightly behind at the moment. I want to try and get you back on track on a Sunday afternoon. So I know the answer to this. I've spoken to so many thousands of non-finance professionals over the years, right through to chief executive level, C-suite level. And there's two words, lots of those words that you said, and there's two words that come up time and time and time again. There's a definite theme. So are you ready? These are two words that others use to describe us a lot, and it's important that we understand where they're at. First word, intimidating. Ooh. Second word, scary. So tell me in the chat, what do you think? Why do you think others might think that you guys, that myself, that Toyin might be intimidating or scary? I mean, so far, I'm not intimidated or scared by you guys. You're contributing. I can literally see you smiling. So why do you think others might think that we're a bit intimidating or scary to have a conversation with in the workplace? What do you think? Tell me in the chat box. Let's have a look. Why did the word scary? Yeah, it's intimidating, Olusegun. Yeah, when you come in for an audit or a financial review, that is nerve-wracking for people, isn't it? The professional values we exhibit, Wisdom. That's a nice thing to say, because actually it's good to have those professional values, isn't it? Let's have a look. Do you think, I know some of you will still be typing, do you think people love numbers as much as you do? And do you think they might be a bit scared of numbers as well? And that might be something we need to think about if we want to be a value-adding business partner. Because it's your job, it's our job as finance professionals to break down these scary, these intimidating barriers. Ozzy, yes, some people don't love numbers at all. Scary because, yes, Lekan, probably because we're seen as discovering fraud, skeptical, absolutely. Do you think we speak a strange financial language? Do you think people are born knowing what an accrual is, or a prepayment, or amortization, or all the words we have to learn as we become accountants as well? There's lots of different parts to this, but I think the important thing is, let's just have a look. There's some things coming through, so I want to work with you today. Yes, Rhoda, yeah. Intimidating because we don't let people do what they want with company money. We let openness and transparent rule, yeah. And of course, it's keeping a company safe, isn't it, as well? They're uptight and intelligent, and money conversations are generally intimidating. They really are. And I just think it's so important to recognize this, recognize where other people are at. So you can really think about how to break down those barriers. The only way that you can be an amazing, value-adding, world-class business partner is if you can work effectively with others, so they're not scared, not intimidated by you, so that they feel safe to ask you questions. It's true, Ozzy, it might be that they're not interested in our jargon and financial terms, but it's our job to help them with that, get them more excited about it and what it can do for them. You know, they're more excited when they realize that if they save here, they can get an extra resource here, or invest in a piece of equipment, or that they can grow their part of the business. So we've got to make it exciting for them. So in terms of moving to business partner then, and this is what we call it, from bean counter to business partner. And it was inspired by an article I read so many years ago. And they were interviewing a finance director. I was a very junior accountant at the time. And there was part of that article that has stuck with me for my entire career. And in it, this finance director said, "You're going to be called a bean counter anyway. Go and find where those beans are grown." And what that means is really get under the skin of your organization. Where is the money coming from? Where is it going to? What is driving all this money flowing in and around the organization? What makes it tick? Where are the customers coming from? Where are the suppliers coming from? It's really finding where those beans are grown in the organization. This is the business part of the finance business partner role. And in fact, I'd love to know from you guys, what does the term business partner mean to you? Is it something you use a lot in the country that you're coming from, that you're in today? What key skills do you think are required? Let's have a look at that in the chat box. What does the term business partner mean to you guys? What key skills are required? I'll give you a chance to type as you go through it, and then we'll have a look at what all the research says and my own experiences here as well. Let me just put that box there. So business advisor, Temitayo. Oh, I hope I say that right, sorry. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, business advisor, being that trusted professional business advisor. Definitely, that's what a business partner is. Has anyone else got any thoughts? Have we got any business partners in the room today? Business associates, Olusegun, yeah. Support staff on finance related matters, Lekan, yes. Supporter to the business, Pratipa, yes, absolutely. Trusted advisor, Temitope, yes. Margaret, a collaborator, love that word. Yeah, so something that you guys have heard of. I love what's coming through here. And in fact, let's have a look. Let's go through, so if you've got pens and paper at the ready, I'll go through this at a reasonable speed. The reason is because I'll be saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's great to know the research from all these different areas are finding the same thing. So basically, a business partner is primarily concerned with driving an organization forwards. So this is whether you are in private sector, corporate sector, whether you're in a public sector or charitable sector, it's all sectors. It's about driving the organization forwards, achieving strategic priorities, helping to support achieving those strategic priorities. It's about adding value. What does that mean? We talk about adding value all the time. Adding value to me is helping the organization do its job better, helping your colleagues run their departments better. So business partners tend to work with the budget holders or the operational managers, the senior leadership team. It's helping to support those decisions. It's bringing that your finance expertise to support smarter, more informed decisions, to help improve that business performance. And that might mean different things. Strategic priorities might mean different things in different organizations. It might be about improving profit. It might be about improving cash flow, or it might be about improving customer care. So this is about getting under the skin and finding where the beans are grown in your organization so you know how to help. So if we start with the KPMG and CIMA report, I'll just read some of the bits out here. Again, you'll hear this time and time again. They say their report found that business partnering was about support and influencing key operational and strategic decisions. So supporting and influencing, helping people understand what the financials mean and perhaps different scenarios. If you go down this route, this is what could happen. This is the financial impact. If you go down this route, this is what could happen. That is something amazing that other people don't know that you can help them with. And that's both at the operational and strategic level. They also say it's about interpreting, explaining, and driving performance within your organization. If I move to the Ernst & Young report, let's see what they say here. Work with commercial leaders to drive improved performance. You can see where this is going, can't we? This is something you guys mentioned too. Facilitates transparency. facilitates transparency of financial performance, basically helping others understand what all those financial reports mean. They mean something to you, but to other people, they're scared, intimidated by those financial reports. It's your job to be that interpreter, to explain what those numbers mean, to help support that decision making. Also, Ernst & Young report found the business partnering role robust financial challenge was important, and accountability. Robust financial challenge. We're already not the most popular group of people for all the reasons you identified earlier. The people that say no, or might be a bit tight, or the reason that we're scary and intimidating. So being that critical friend, playing devil's advocate, if you've heard that saying before, just looking at alternative viewpoints to challenge what people are saying. Very often it's so easy for someone to suggest something and everyone to go, that's great. And you need to be that voice, that critical friend to go, maybe that is great. Let's also look at. That's the robust financial challenge piece. Deloitte, their research on finance business partnering. Let's have a look. Support the strategic and tactical, so operational, day-to-day priorities of the business by delivering insight and guidance. Insight and guidance, not data and information. Insight. What does that data mean for them to run their department better? Does it mean they can go ahead with this project or not go ahead with this project? In support of growth and future performance. I'm trying to say it slowly in case you're writing it down. So I'll say that again. Support the strategic and tactical priorities of the business. So you need to know what those are, by delivering insight and guidance in support of growth and future performance. So it's always aiming for those strategic priorities and how you can help as amazing finance professionals. ACCA, this is about high performing finance teams. So let's get you contributing in the chat. Hindsight, I love this. Hindsight, oversight, insight, and foresight. This makes a strong finance team. And to me, this also incorporates finance business partnering. So hindsight, what do you think that is in the finance world? Probably something a lot of you might be involved in. What is hindsight, do you think? Hindsight. What are we doing if we're using hindsight? I'll just give you a moment to type. So what do you think hindsight is as part of a high-performing finance team? Just give you a second to contribute in the chat. Historical data for forecasting, Temitopi, yes, absolutely. Learning from past events, Olusegun, yes. Corporate reporting, trend analysis, Temiteo, yes. All of these things, absolutely. It's your traditional month-end accounting. It's looking what has happened so that we can learn for the future, learning from those past events, helping with the forecasting because we can do something different. Absolutely wisdom, understanding of a situation or event only after it has happened or developed. Yes, brilliant. So we've got hindsight. Oversight is that more traditional financial controller role. So oversight of world-class governance, controls, compliance, that sort of thing. These are both still needed in the high-performing finance team. Insight is where it starts to get very interesting for the business partner role. Insight is where we interpret the numbers for somebody. So let's say we have a profit and loss account, we've got our sales, we've got our costs, we've got our profit. Well, we've just said that our non-financial colleagues are fairly scared and intimidated by that. So your job is to pull out maybe 3 things from that. Sales have gone up because, and it's the because that's important, we've won this new contract. And what we need to think about next, there's your insight. We need to think about recruiting more people or whatever we need to do. There's some insight. We help people understand why a number is higher or lower than another number. So higher or lower than budget, higher or lower than last year figures, higher or lower than forecast. Why? That's your job. That's insight rather than reporting the numbers. That's more the traditional role. And foresight is the very exciting place of forecasting, of predicting the future, of creating a sustainable future. And ACCA said specifically through a curious and adaptable mindset, which I love. And PwC actually use something quite similar to this. You'll see as we go through this. So their report was about finance as a business partner. And you'll see in this little grid here, we've got business skills, the value adding activities at the top of the box. We've got accounting skills, the mandatory activities. We must do these and we must do them well in the bottom box. On the left-hand side, we've got reactive work. And on the right-hand side, we've got proactive work. You can see in the bottom left box at the moment, so this is more the reactive accounting skills. They call this the scorekeeper role. We need the scorekeeper. This is the hindsight piece. This is the production of month end. And in the business partner world, this is about having as much automation, as much process efficiency as possible, which Techie Accountant sounds, they will definitely help you with this. This is all about this world-class process efficiency and automation rather than manual adjustments all over the place. Next, they identify the caretaker role. So that's now more proactive, but still in the accounting skills, which we need. This is about world-class governance, controls, compliance. We need to keep organizations secure. We need to keep them safe. We need to keep them transparent. We need to keep them accountable in a world-class way. And our job as accountants, as well as world-class accountants, is educating the business on the right thing to do. Love that one, caretaker role. Next, we move up into the more business skills. This is the commentator role. This is shifting from that reconciliation data providing piece to more insightful analysis. Again, keeping the automation of report production as much as possible, but it's being more insightful in the commentating piece. And finally, in the top right-hand corner, in the proactive value-adding business skills, we have that business partner. This is strengthening the links with the organization. It's that connecting and collaborating. And I love what they say, that their research found you still have to earn your place at the decision-making table. Even if you're sat at the decision-making table, you still have to earn the right to be there through all those other things as well. So in a nutshell, we've got the business partner skill set here. So this is from all the research combined. I believe you're getting a copy of the slides, or just you can contact me if not, and I'll send them to you. Strategic, commercial, communication skills, presentation skills, so important today, so that people have confidence in you. You're earning that trust at the decision-making table by confidently presenting, confidently communicating. The ability to influence and challenge, to be that critical friend. Relationship building, networking, which you get through the Techie Accountant as well. Networking, building that external network, sharing best practice to help and support each other. Motivation, I found, was a really interesting skill that was identified in all the different research. It's not always easy to be that finance business partner. It can take work. It can take persistence and patience to win people over, to break down those scary, intimidating barriers. A keen mind, which is good to know, for acquiring and using the knowledge. So not just learning for learning's sake, but using it in the workplace, which of course you guys are here right now. So you clearly have that keen mind already. So you're a step ahead of many other people here. And yes, that technical know-how, that financial technical know-how is still so important. But it's not just providing numbers, it's interpreting what those numbers mean. I loved this one. This was talking about HR business partners, human resources, but just the list that they provide from Orion Partners. The very best business partners have self-belief. Sometimes that can be a challenge in finance. For me, the more senior I became, the more I progressed in my finance career, the more I realized I didn't know. It's a vast subject. So keeping that self-belief, trusting in yourself, trusting in your skill set, trusting in your knowledge and experience is so important. That independence, not having that sheep mentality, that independence of viewpoint, being that critical friend. Business acumen. Find where those beans are grown. Get under the skin of your organization. Relationships, the partner element of the finance business partner role. And the thing that we're focusing on the whole time, business results delivery, improve financial performance, achieve strategic priorities. That's what it's all about. So in a nutshell, from the traditional accountant to the finance business partner role, and this is not an exhaustive list, a traditional accountant adds up. A finance business partner adds value. A traditional accountant is more that bean counter role, whereas the FBP is that trusted professional business advisor that you guys mentioned earlier. A traditional accountant provides numbers. A finance business partner provides intelligent interpretation of those numbers, that insightful analysis. And although it's a little bit different during COVID now, a traditional accountant sits in finance. A finance business partner very often sits with the business or spends a lot of time with the business. So the traditional accountant produces the numbers and the finance business partner interprets those numbers. So what are some of the reasons then? You can tell me in the chat, why do you think this changing role has come about? Why is it now so popular to be a finance business partner? What do you think are some of the catalysts for change? Some of the things that Techie accountants are talking about. Techie Fairy is my IT lady. What do you think are some of the reasons? What's been some catalysts for change here? I'll just give you a moment to jot down some thoughts. Tell me in the chat box. Absolutely, Isaac. Yes, technology is a massive catalyst for the value-adding finance business partner role. And you've nailed it, competition as well. So technology is freeing up so much of what we call the grunt work, the doing, the manual labor of accounting. It frees you up to do what you were born to do. Competition, absolutely, yeah. They're getting savvy, you need to be savvy. Yes, Rhoda, yeah, changes in business processes, completely outsourcing wisdom, yep, and technology. Yes, yeah, I love that one. Oh, it's going really fast. You guys are quick typers. Too many numbers without understanding and analysis, Ibilola, yes. Flatten organization structure, Isaac, yeah. Innovations in finance, Temiteo, yes, which can cater for the traditional accounting work, yeah. Absolutely, all these things, big data, so many numbers. How do we make sense of them? How do we understand them? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so lots of different reasons. Economic complexity, size of business organizations are so huge now. It's innovation, Isaac, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So lots of reasons for this changing role. And what about some of the risks then? Why do you think business partnering might not always work in organizations? Because all these research reports found that business partnering done well, these organizations outperformed others on the usual key metrics. So things like return on capital employed and profitability and that sort of thing. Why might business partnering not work in organizations? I'll just give you a moment to type in the chat whilst I take a sip of water, just bear with me. And some of you might have experienced this yourself as well in your organizations. Management perception is a big one, Lekan, absolutely. Yeah, because some managers will be absolutely on board with business partnering, and some will be like, why are you interfering in my department? So yeah, that's a big one. Just wait for some more to come through. Sometimes it's a lack of senior sponsor. You might have meant that as well. You might want to be a great business partner, but it's not supported at the top, so then it doesn't work so well. Oh, that's a great one, Itoro. Yes, fear of change. It's something different. It's something new. It does take courage. It does take courage to be a business partner, but it has to be embraced and understood by the whole organization. Yes, Isaac. Yeah, culture and resistance to change as well. Agreeing there. Absolutely. Yeah. I've personally been called a spy when I've been business partnering in my career. People were wondering why I was spending time in their department and attending their meetings. So I had to really earn their trust, and it took time. It's not necessarily, there are some quick wins, but it's not necessarily an overnight success. It's a constant work in progress, which is great. You know, it's what we want. Absolutely, Fun Milola. Yes, lack of trust, and that's why they called me a spy. They thought I was there, as is the case when many finance people attend sales meetings or marketing or operation meetings or get involved in the business. They think you're there to start cutting jobs. So it really is about explaining continually how you're there to support, and its actions speak louder than words. So when I first started going out into the business, attending meetings of different departments, learning about the key issues on the ground, what challenges they faced, I was able to identify some really quick wins in terms of how I could help and support them. That started to earn a bit of trust. There was still suspicion, but gradually over time, we started to build stronger relationships. They would come into finance, scary finance. We'd chat, they'd ask questions. You know, that's when you know you're winning, when people are starting to engage with you a lot more and ask questions. I know through our courses, when we work with people, they think, no one asked me any questions. That's a great thing. And that might be a great thing, but also just bear in mind that they might be, going back to the beginning, too scared, too intimidated to ask questions. And sometimes they don't even know what questions they have because they don't understand enough about finance. Let me just, yeah. Novelty. I like that one. I'm just reading some more in the chat. Yes, actually Josephine, yeah, owners not willing to share profit, that can be an issue, of course, as well. Do you think everyone needs to be a business partner in an organization? Do you think that's important? I'd love to get your views. Do you think everyone in the finance team, from accounts payable, accounts receivable, right through to the chief financial officer, do they all need to have this business partnering mindset? I think, let's just see what's coming through. I like it. Wisdom, yes. Yeah. There's reasons for yes, there's reasons for no as well. I'm just really keen to see what you all think. Who thinks no? Give us if you think a no as well. Yeah, Josephine, yeah. Yeah, I think there's arguments both ways, because I think it can help to have the mindset of a business partner, which to me is about connecting the dots to the rest of the organization. You know what I mean when I say find where those beans are grown? It's just connecting the dots of why I'm doing something in accounts payable. How does that help achieve strategic priorities? I'm doing something in fixed assets. How does that help achieve strategic priorities? So if people can connect those dots, I think that's really helpful. I also think some people are naturally brilliant at really technical financial regulations, tax law, etc., etc. Yeah, their skill set may be different. Yeah. There needs to be synergy between non-finance people and business partners. Yeah, every employee must key into the organization vision and mission. Yeah, you can see how this works. There's no right or wrong answer here, but I would always encourage a business partnering mindset. And that's really what we're talking about here today. I want you to think about it from your role, your perspective, whatever role you're in, whatever contract you're in, or if you're volunteering for a school or something like that. Really think about the value you can personally add at any level. Whatever level you are at, you can add some value. Everybody is there in a role for a reason, whether it's a volunteer role or whether it's a paying employee or contractor role. You're there for a reason, and it's to add value. Always stay focused on where you can add that value. What is the organization trying to achieve, and how can you help do that in whatever role you're in? So to really start to bring this all together, I'll introduce you to our unique finance business partner formula, the formula for business partnering success. This is how you can implement in your role using what we call the 9 C's model. Now, some people call this the 99 C's model. You'll have to give me your opinion by the end of this. So let's get started with, this is just 1 C. The first C of the finance business partner formula is this: connect and collaborate. This is the partner element of the finance business partner role. Now, I know sometimes in finance, we can focus more on tasks than people. But we need to focus so much on the people side. We have to connect with them to earn that trust to be at the decision-making table, to earn that trust to be in those meetings, to earn that trust for them to ask you questions so that you can help them more. You can collaborate with your organization more. You can collaborate with the managers more, or your peers in the organization more. Connect and collaborate is what takes you forwards. An organization is made up of people, and your job, your role as a finance business partner, whether that is your role title or otherwise, is to help them make smarter, more informed decisions, to help them to run their department better, to help them to achieve strategic priorities, the business priorities. You can only do that if you're connecting with them and collaborating effectively. It's so important. That's why it's number 1, the first C of the 9 C's finance business partner formula. If you're an accountant who prefers a checklist and tasks to people, and you think, oh, why do I have to ask this person about their weekend? Or why do I have to ask this person about their favorite hobby? It's a waste of time. I need to get this done, this done, this done. Then turn the people into a task. So you can put them on your checklist, ask such and such about their favorite sports team and how they did at the weekend. Wish such and such a happy birthday. That's how you really make connections with people. And even if it feels a bit soft and fluffy to you, I can't tell you how much that will pay dividends in your career. So turn it into a task if it feels a bit soft and fluffy. Remember, you're doing this, you're connecting with people for the greater good, to achieve the business priorities. So connect and collaborate, super important. The second C, communicate financial information effectively and simply. Remember, other people don't love numbers as much as you and I do. You can be the best accountant in the world, but the world will never know how good you are if you can't communicate the numbers in a way that they understand. So simplify, simplify, simplify your numbers. In fact, I'm going to give you a challenge for when you're back in the workplace. Here's my challenge to you. My challenge is, with your next financial report or presentation or discussion So whether it's a verbal or written report, I want you to remove as many numbers as possible. But Andy, our finances are numbers. I know, but it's telling the story behind the numbers. What I want is for your thought process, if you're not allowed to use numbers and say this number is higher than this number or lower than this number, if you're not allowed to use the actual numbers, then you're telling the story. Then it's something that other people can understand. Let me see what's coming up there. This should be interesting. So wisdom, if you're not employed, that's absolutely fine. Think about conversations that you have with people. If you're volunteering in some capacity, use that. Use every experience, every opportunity. Have a look at some publicly available board reports. Have a look at the finance report. How would you explain the numbers without using numbers? So use every opportunity you can, whatever role you are currently in. The third C of the finance business partner formula, incredibly important, something I keep talking about, clear strategic thinker. So this is about what are the strategic priorities? What is the business plan where you are? If you're not working somewhere at the moment, use the courses that you're doing, use the case studies that are given, work with other accountants and go through things, ask to be mentored by them, ask what their company's strategic priorities are. Think as widely and broadly as possible so that you can be developing these skills and then you can demonstrate those skills as soon as you're in the workplace. So be crystal clear on your organization's chief priorities. I'm just reading there, Rita. Communicate without a number. That will be weird. It is. That's why it's a challenge. And actually, I sent this challenge to our email subscribers, and one of them came back. She'd said, I was writing my board report. So she was writing a finance board report. You said remove numbers. So I removed as many as I could. Couldn't remove them all. That's fine. It's removing them from your thought process so that you're telling the story behind the numbers. And she sent it off, and her boss called within a few minutes and said that's the best board report he'd ever seen. It's worth a go. It's having courage, another C, to do things differently. So the third C, of course, clear strategic thinker. Connecting the dots to the strategic goals. Think about how your role helps to achieve those strategic priorities, how this task helps to achieve strategic priorities. Get clarity on your organization's key goals. The fourth C is commercial acumen, business acumen, the business part of the finance business partner role. This is about finding where those beans are grown. Really getting under the skin of your organization, understanding the business, bring that into your communication. I've just seen someone say people appreciate numbers. Of course they do. You still have the numbers there. What I'm saying is when you tell the story, you don't want to be using numbers for that. The numbers are in the table on your finance report or your PowerPoint slides. The numbers are always there, or they're in the appendices at the back of the report. The numbers don't go away. It's just we don't go as a typical accountant. We say the numbers, the results this month are ABC million compared to DEF million budget compared to last year figures of. We don't want that. That's the traditional accountant role. The business partner role will say sales have gone up. That's the story. We don't say the numbers. The numbers are there in the table. Sales have gone up because we won a new contract. We haven't used any numbers. We can support with some context and say sales have gone up by 10% compared to budget, which is a fantastic achievement, or something like that. Then we've got more of a story, and we're bringing in the commercial acumen. We're bringing in the story of the business. That's finance business partnering. Remember, this is just an introduction today. I'm mindful of time as well. The fifth C is about being that change agent and challenging the status quo, challenging the way things are done around here. And what I would suggest, challenge can feel a very uncomfortable word, is challenging your own status quo first, challenging the way things are done in finance, or perhaps the way you work in your role. And the status quo, the way things are done around here, you'll know things that frustrate you. If you're doing something and you're going, oh, this is so frustrating, what's frustrating? How can you change that? How can you be the agent of change? How can you improve what's frustrating you? Oh, I'd love it if we could do this. What would you love? And how can you achieve that? Who can you work with to be that change agent, to challenge the status quo? Remember, that came up in the research, being that independent, critical friend. This is how we move things forward, earn that trust bit by bit by bit, and influence. The sixth C, which Techie accountant will absolutely love, computer. So this is about digital finance, digital mindset, automation. Toyin will be loving this. They'll be going, yes, exactly. We need that to free up your time to do the value adding finance business partner role. The seventh C of the 9 C's finance business partner formula, again, a few C's, curiosity. I interview finance business partners from around the world, people who have been really successful or still are very successful finance business partners in multi-million, multi-billion dollar organizations. Curiosity is one of the top skills they talk about all the time. What do you need to get curious about in your organization? What tasks, what processes do you need to know more about so that perhaps you can be that agent of change and challenge the status quo? Who do you need to get curious about and their role so that you can build that commercial acumen? So curiosity is a key skill. Creative in your solutions to issues, and can-do attitude. Do you remember earlier on one of the slides, it was looking at motivation. So all the research, the KPMG, CIMA, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, etc. reports talked about motivation, self-motivation, keeping that can-do attitude when people are being suspicious of you, calling you a spy, not trusting what you're doing, keeping yourself strong, keeping yourself knowing that this is to help your organization do its job better because of you, because of your finance skills. So keeping hold of that. The 8th C, very important, calm, confident, in control. To earn that trust at the decision-making table, you need to appear to be calm, confident, in control. Now, I know as an accountant that it's busy, deadline. And it's a bit like being a swan where you're paddling like crazy underneath the surface, but calm and cool and collected on the surface, even if you don't feel it. So many stories around being calm, confident, and in control in my own career, because I never portrayed that. I never portrayed that I was calm, confident, and in control. It was drama. And I couldn't achieve my aspiration to be a finance director unless I portrayed that I was calm, confident, in control. I worked with a coach and a mentor to help me with that. And ultimately, of course, I did achieve being a finance director. Let's see. And the 9th one, which I'm sure you would agree with, being a competent finance professional, the finance element of the finance business partner role. So tell me in the chat, do you think that's 9 C's or do you think it's 99 C's? What do you think? I don't know if you were counting as we were going through. So we had connect and collaborate, Communicate, clear strategic thinker, commercial acumen, change agent, and challenge the status quo. Computer, that digital finance. Curiosity, creative, can-do attitude, calm, confident, in control, and competent finance professional. Tell me in the chat, give me a number. Is it 9 C's or 99 C's? And I'll just catch up with what you've been saying earlier. Let's see, we would have to use charts and pictures to communicate creatively, Itoro. That's brilliant, love that. Miua, I will try and answer that in the Q&A. That's a great question. And Olusegun, yeah, I think I get it now. The stories behind the numbers. High five, Olusegun, fantastic. 9 C's, Isaac, thank you, yes. Has anyone else got any contributions there? Do you think it's 9 or 99 C's? You can keep contributing in the chat. Let me just see if any more come through. And using Power BI wisdom, yeah. So going back to the question posed at the beginning, finance business partnering, fad or value add? What do you guys think? Do you think it's fad? Do you think it's a passing phase, or do you think it's a genuine value add? Now we've gone through this introduction, what do you think? Tell me in the chat. Fad or value add? Let's see what's coming through. Oh, Isaac, I love that. I'm adding another C, consistency. That is what exactly earns trust. Do you know what? I have so many bonus C's, Isaac. That's a brilliant one. Yay! Lots of people saying value add. Absolutely. That's so encouraging to hear. It really is. Business partnering done well. Yeah, is a real value add in organizations, and hopefully in this very short session it's helped you see why it's value add, how you as accountants can really make a difference in organizations, how you keep an organization safe and sustainable even when you're not popular because you're having to say no to something, no to a project, or because you're having to be an auditor and say people need to follow rules. There's a reason for that. It's keeping companies, it's keeping organizations safe and sustainable, and it's explaining the why behind it. There's the real value add. So we've covered quite a lot in this short session today. What is a finance business partner? Exploring what all the research says from the big four and accounting institutes as well. We've looked at how this finance business partner role differs from the traditional accountant role, some of the reasons behind the change, and of course you've covered our 9 C's finance business partner formula. If you connect and collaborate, communicate, if you follow that formula, you will be a world-class value-adding finance business partner. And remember, get out there, make things happen, because as Henry Ford himself says, you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. Actions speak louder than words. And just to say, you're very welcome to connect on LinkedIn. And we have, if finance business partnering is something of interest, we've got plenty of free resources on the Finance Business Partner Academy website for you. It's there to support you. I would have loved to have this support and resource as I was coming up through the ranks in my own finance career. So please do use them. Congratulations, everyone. Sunday, I can't believe you're all here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. I'll be happy to take questions now. So let me just come out of the slides and let's see where we are. So let's have a just quick look in the chat.
So there are 2 questions in the Q&A session. There's a 3rd question and we have other questions, but we'll just take as many as we can within the limited time that we have. So the first question reads from Olusegun. He asked that, can an angel or crowdfunders be called a business partner?
That's a good question. So I think anyone could be called a business partner, whatever role they actually have, if they're displaying the mindset and the skill set. So the skill set being the 9 C's, the finance business partner formula. Are they connecting and collaborating? Are they communicating in a simple, effective way that other people can understand, etc., etc., etc.? And the mindset is, are they someone who wants to add incredible value? Do they want to listen and understand how they can make a difference and take an organization forwards? To me, that's what's at the heart of business partnering. To me, it's mindset, skill set, and the daily actions that people take, so that they're really thinking about business partnering with every email, every phone conversation, every meeting, every presentation. It should be part of who they are. I love that question. Great one. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Okay. There's another one. I am aware the accounting / technical skills required as FBP are knowledge of IFRS, accruals, and prepayments, etc. What are the core business skills that are required from us? Any specifics?
Yes, Lekan, brilliant question. So yeah, having the accounting skills, being that competent finance professional, the 9th C of the finance business partner formula, and the business skills, the 4th C is the commercial acumen. So there's lots of ways to understand the business, to gain business skills. So if you're working at the moment, then I recommend sitting in on meetings of sales teams, marketing teams, any operational teams, every team around the organization. Really learn about the business. The business is all these different departments. Learn about what they do, learn about their challenges, learn about how you can help and support them. You can read trade journals from your accounting magazines, find out what other people do to be great business partners and to really understand the business. If you can, spend time in the business. I don't know the situation with COVID where you are, whether you're working in offices or in factories and that sort of thing at the moment. If you can, get out on the floor, see what people do. If you can't, ask for a coffee and a chat on Zoom or Teams or whatever platform you use. Lots of different ways to learn business skills, definitely. Those are just a few, so I hope that helps.
Okay, we have another question. Lekan is saying good, excellent, thank you. I guess that answered his question. Itero is asking, what would you say is the difference between the finance analyst and the FBP?
That's a really good question. People can be called anything, and so someone who's called a finance analyst might do a business partner role, someone who's called a finance business partner might do a finance analyst role. So it's being careful with the titles. It's what work are you physically doing. So I used to be an analyst for a hotel chain, so my job was to analyze the numbers, and that was it. That was my job. I had to crunch numbers consistently. There were so many numbers, and then interpret what they actually meant. The business partner role would take what those numbers meant. So they would take the work of the finance analyst and they would think about, so what does that mean for the business? How does that help them and them and them make a smarter, more informed decision? How does it help them run their department better? So it's integrating more with the business. It's using those skills to integrate with the business. When I was an analyst, it was simply about producing the numbers, producing what the numbers, interpreting the numbers. What did they actually mean? The business partner takes it to the next level. It's like, what does it mean for the business? How do we actually use this information? What's the insight from all the stuff that we've analyzed? I hope that helps.
Okay. We have another question. How do you deal with resistance to change in an organization when you're not a member of senior management team and the resistance is from senior management?
That's a challenge. And I think there's something I learned that helped me throughout my career, helps me today. It's another C, and it's control your controllables. So know the elements that you can control, and then just the things you can't control, you have to let it go. That was something I learned far too late in my career. So if I'm helping people now to just let go of things you physically can't control. So that's one thing. Then when you're focusing on the things you can control, have a look at what you can control as well. So if you're getting resistance from, let's say, 3 or 4 people on the top team, and there's 5 people on the top team, can you influence the 5th person? Can you do something with them? If you want to make a change, can you do it in a different way? Or can you do it in a volunteer capacity or on a different project? Look for every opportunity you possibly can. Control your controllables. Look for those opportunities where you can make a difference. That's what I would say. I've certainly come across plenty of resistance. Finance, certainly in a number of places where I've worked, we've been seen as the back office function. You're not allowed investment, you're not allowed resource, you're a tick box, back office, all of that. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with that. So it's just focusing on what you can do to make a difference, and then know that you're doing something fulfilling and worthwhile. Hope that helps.
Yeah. Okay, we got this question before today's session. Someone actually asked on our social media page if she needed to be a chartered accountant before she can become a FBP. So I told her that we're going to answer the question this evening. Hopefully she's connected.
Let's hope so. Another great question. Now, I do know finance business partners that they're not necessarily qualified accountants. They have good experience. And I think it depends. I would say it depends on the organization as well. What do they need? Do they need more of the commerciality in the business, or do they need that technical finance specialism? Because to me, the finance business partner role is kind of a bridge. It bridges the gap between the very technical finance person, the qualified accountant, for example, and the rest of the organization. So if you can be this person, I probably speak more for the UK here. I can't speak for Nigeria and other countries that are here today. It is usually preferred that you're a qualified accountant, just simply because of the skill set that it gives you. But I know 100% it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be through a certain body. It doesn't have to be through chartered or chartered certified. There are different accounting bodies out there as well.
Okay, great. Cami, do we have any other question that is not answered yet?
I think she has covered most of the questions, but let me just share in case if there is anyone that we need to answer. Just have a couple more.
Oh, I just saw one about moving you to marketing.
You've answered that question. Okay.
Okay.
So this says, is a CFO a finance business partner?
Is a CFO a finance business partner? Yes.
Yeah.
As long as they're displaying the mindset, the skill set, and it's in their daily actions. I have come across CFOs who are very traditional in their approach. That's not business partnering. If they're out in the business, working with the business, got the mindset of connecting with the business, their daily actions are how do we move the business forwards, that's business partnering. So it doesn't matter what your role title is.
All right. This question says, is a finance business partner the same as a management accountant?
So again, it depends. Because you can be called a finance business partner in your role title, but not be one because you're not displaying the mindset, the skill set, and the daily actions. And you might be called a management accountant, but you might be more a finance business partner because of the daily actions, the mindset, the skill set, the daily actions. That's why I keep coming back to that, because It's not necessarily a role title. So you can be called a management accountant, you can be called a financial controller, a finance manager, a CFO, and yet you can be a business partner. And I think it's really important to say that to people. I know people who won't go for roles that are finance business partner because it requires finance business partner experience. And if I say to them, so tell me your typical role, it's like, that is finance business partner experience. So it doesn't have to be the title, it's what you are doing. It's your mindset, it's your skill set, the 9 C's of the finance business partner formula. It's the daily actions. How are you using the 9 C's from the finance business partner formula in your emails, your discussions, your meetings, your presentations, your reports, etc.
Thank you very much, Andy. We really appreciate you. Everybody, I want you to at least drop a line. Let's know what you've learned. Just one line, what you've learned, and let's appreciate our speaker, because I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. I did. And I would still like to ask us if anybody here can remember what the differences are between a traditional accountant and a finance business partner. Can anybody remember at least one?
Awesome question.
Can anybody remember who was taking notes? Because I did. I'm not sure who was taking notes. If you can remember any, just say it in the. You never can tell. We might have a gift for you. No, I'm asking of the okay, what you gained. Okay. So Temidayo is saying she gained being calm, confident, and being in control. Is that 3 C's or just 1 C?
1 C. You can tell I can't count. I'm not good at maths.
Hey, somebody got it. Traditional provides the number, provides intelligent interpretation. That's great. Yes, that's the number 1 point I took that. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. So traditional accountants, they add numbers, while FBP, they add value. Correct. I took that down too. Nice. That's really nice. Okay. The 9 C's are great learning for me. I'm so glad you really insightful. Okay, so I'm going to be asking again, who is going to take up that challenge of removing as many numbers as possible? Let me know, let us know in the chat box who is going to take up that challenge. I know somebody said it's a big word, but are you going to try? That's why it's a challenge. Yes, and they do more of analysis, they interpret. Yes, thank you. Rhoda is taking up the challenge. Okay, so what hashtag are we doing now? What hashtag should we call this?
Ooh.
Oh, okay, nice. Thank you so much. Okay, I will. The challenge sounds so interesting. Exactly, it is. Yes, I'm so glad. Sounds fun already. Reduce the numbers.
Yes, that's a great hashtag.
Sounds like
I'll write this down.
Sounds like any. Less numbers challenge. So we're going to have to vote on these hashtags because we have 2 now. So if you have more, keep it coming. Not this. Someone is saying he has not decided yet whether to take up this challenge. That's quite honest. I appreciate it. Okay, another person is sharing what they've learned. The skill set for business partner. Yes. Thank you.
Oh,
finance storytelling. True. Let the numbers speak. Nice. That's quite creative, Muiwa. Thank you. Let numbers do the talking. Wow. I mean, we have accountants that are creative here, or what? Where are all this?
Yeah.
hashtags coming from? I mean,
let me know the final hashtag. I'll follow it.
Okay. You say, so we started something, we started a movement. So we are creating an hashtag today, and Andy has promised to follow it. So on LinkedIn, I've shared our profile, I'll share it again. Let's follow up and use the hashtags. So we would have to vote. I'll take notes. I will take note of the hashtags and then we'll vote. When is our next Techie forum? Oh, wow, really? We're just rounding up one. Okay, we'll keep you posted on that. The similarity of management accountants to finance business partnering. Okay, is that a question? Okay, let's just give us more clarity on that. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's say our thank yous. Let's say thank yous. Let's say our thank you to our speaker. I mean, I had fun. I'm sure a lot of people had fun. I mean, it was so interesting, so engaging. I was not bored for a minute. And I was taking as many notes as even though I have the slides, I mean, I still had to have these notes personally. Thank you so much, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for contributing. Thank you so much to Techie Accountant for the invite as well. It's been a real privilege to speak for you guys, a real honor. So thank you so much, and really best of luck with your great work, and to everybody who's been listening today as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
So someone is suggesting we give you a traditional title in Nigeria for your amazing show. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. I hope you can see everybody. We are so appreciative, and we really learned a lot, and we had fun in the process of learning too. I mean, you're an amazing teacher.
Thank you so much.
You actually, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll say goodbye to you all now. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, let's proceed. We're running out of time, so we'll proceed at this point. And we're bringing in one more person. No, we have like 3 more people to speak, and we just want you to listen to their time at the academy. Oh, thank you. Keep the reviews coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Thank you so much. While I invite Itoro. So Itoro, feel free to turn on your video and let's have a quick chat. Let people get to know you and get to know the academy better via you. Hi.
Hi, everybody. My name is Itoro F. Young. I am hi. And I am a chartered, I'm an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Bankers in Nigeria. And I just recently migrated into the accounting space because we have been doing a lot of analysis, but I didn't really understand, like when you're interpreting financial ratios, I didn't really understand the core. So I needed foundation. So that's why I joined the Techie Accounting Academy, because I was looking for foundation and looking for skills to really help myself. So I'm excited about accounting. It's really, really interesting. And my experience so far has been very exhilarating and just enjoyable.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Okay, so you already told us why you joined the academy. So how would you say you were looking for a foundation, like you said? How would you say you've gotten that since you joined and now you've graduated from the academy? Would you say you've gotten the foundation knowledge that you need to go out there and excel? How would you describe your progress so far?
Yes, I have exceeded the foundation that I was looking for, because the videos, Mr. Jimon's videos they were basic enough for a beginner who has no background of accounting to understand, but he also puts in complex real life scenarios for you to really apply the standards that, making it make sense in the real actual sense. It wasn't just something abstract. Because I had taken some trainings on LinkedIn Learning, and some of it was still really complex for me to understand. So he was able to really break it down, and I really appreciate it. I'm really grateful for that experience. Now I can be, reciting IAS standards from my head. So I've come quite a long way.
Oh, that's so beautiful. It's such a long way in 12 weeks. And I must really give you credit for your, I must say this, Itoro is one of the first people to come to class every Saturday. She shows up in class. She's always, most likely 90% one of the first people to join class every Saturday. Always punctual and always engaging in class sessions. So let me ask you at this point, what was the favorite part of the Techie Accountant Academy for you? Or any memorable moments that stood out for you during the academy?
The presentation was, I really liked the presentation.
Okay.
It was fun. I was in a team with two other ladies, and we really, the collaboration and the networking there, because we always have each other. There's a little WhatsApp group. And then the mentoring session, I found that the selection of people were actually really stellar, right? Because the person that spoke on emotional intelligence, the person that spoke on data analysis, that's Michelle, and the person that spoke on the CV and the CV building and presenting yourself. So it was, the mentoring sessions were very impactful. And Mrs. Tony's section the first day too, it was the putting fire under you. It was very inspirational. So mentoring sessions were my favorite experience of the.
All right, that's cool. Almost everybody says so. So which of the mentoring sessions stood out for you?
The session with Barrister Olofon. That was my most profound. And the one with Michelle as well too.
Oh, okay. So I presume you said the one with Barrister Olufon, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember your comments that day. You felt like you had just found gold that day.
Exactly. I felt like open heaven, rain fell upon me, and and it was the nuggets, and he shared the principles that he uses to live his life and career. And they were simple things, but they were things that, oh wow, so it was very inspirational.
I know. They always have that effect on everybody. Yeah. I mean, I've listened to them time and time again, and then every time there's always something new,
fresh, and yeah.
Exactly. And I remember I must really give you guys credit, because this particular season, you guys engaged with your mentors a whole lot. And almost every time you guys were always giving them
It's almost like we didn't want to go.
Exactly. I don't think we've had any mentoring session where they asked so much questions like you guys did during Barrister Olufon's session. I think even me, I asked questions, and the questions were just on, and it was as if one person's question was just triggering another person's question.
Yes.
So I actually give it to you guys. Thanks for engaging. So if you have an advice for somebody here who wants to join the academy, what would you say to them?
I would say it is value for your money, because if you're looking for, you can't get this much from one particular place. Like if you're going to get, okay, you're looking for how to learn training, you're getting this, you will pay a lot more. And then the support of the mentoring session is also what makes it realistic, right? So it's value for your money. That money will come out from somewhere, and the value you're getting does not even compare to how much you're paying. So it's something you should plug yourself into, and virtual learning will instill discipline in you, because it will push you. It will make you want to do research for yourself. It will make you, actually work. Commitment. This is something that you will gain from this experience, and then you always be a part of a community. You're going to be surrounded with people. Like you can tell every time Ms. Tony speaks that she genuinely cares about us and our career and improving us. And she's just an SMS away or a WhatsApp message. So you're going to have that. You're going to have somebody that genuinely cares for you and wants to help you improve on your career, provided that you meet up and then you meet halfway, put in the work, and then ask questions, and there'll always be somebody to help you. And yeah, you also get the QuickBooks training, and then you also have the package itself, which if you buy it by yourself is quite expensive. So it's a very, thank you, Techie Accountant, for this experience. And if you're somebody who has a local thinking, this experience will help you start thinking international and start thinking of how to be part of the global movement. And just being there, it's not just about doing things that you've always known, but there are new, fresher ways of doing things. So thank you, Techie Accountant, for this great
initiative. Thank you very much, Teru, for sharing. Thank you so much. I mean, and we wish you all the best. Wish you all the best in your career, and you know that we're always here to support you in any way that we can. All right. Because of our time, we're jumping right to the next person, which is Chi Edozie Okonkwo. Chi Edozie, is okay for you to you can show yourself, your face now, and let's have a quick chat.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. So how's this summit been for you so far?
Wow, the summit has been mind-blowing. It has been mind-boggling. I've been learning so many things. I've been exposed, I've been stretched, I've been challenged.
Okay.
So
all right.
It's been a great one for me.
Okay. So let's quickly have a quick chat about your journey at the academy. So can you tell us what you do at the moment? Let's know you personally.
Okay, thank you. Currently, I am a finance professional, although currently I'm interning with Lefort Consulting. So, I'm also a Techie accountant because I'm a part of the session. So, it's really been an opportunity to really get to work with the team and work on projects. I'm learning how the accounting profession is practiced. I'm getting to see this thing in practicality, not just theoretical things, which you are taught in school, and but getting to work with people who are actually practicing the profession, and you get to really understand how this thing works in reality. So it's been an opportunity, it's been an exposure for me, and I'm utilizing it, and I'm learning a lot. Yeah.
All right. So can you tell us why you joined us at the Techie Accountant Academy? What led you to the Techie Accountant Academy?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I forgot to mention, I have an accounting background. I have a bachelor's in accounting, and I'm also currently in the final level of Institutional Accountants of Nigeria examination. So I've been wanting to actually get to work with people who are actually in the finance industry, because I've been learning this thing on theory, learning everything theory, but I wanted to really get to understand, work with people who are actually in the industry, because they have a lot to tell and a lot of information which your conventional lecturers who just read it may not have. So it was born out of that desire to learn under people who are practicing and people who have the exposure of the industry. Yeah.
Okay, so how would you say that has been so far? Looking at this is what brought you in. Has that been achieved to a great extent?
Yeah. It's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's been awesome. They value the environment, the community, the people around, whom you could always ask questions and interact with. I mean, it's been what I've always wanted, so yeah.
Okay. So would you have a memorable part of the training for you? Like, which part of the training is quite memorable for you?
Okay, yeah. The mentoring sessions were really awesome and superb. Meeting with people who are practicing, people who are notable, people who have years and wealth of experience in the finance industry. That has really that has made me to, set more goals for myself, set higher targets, set higher targets, and exposed me a lot, interacting with them and the community. So the mentoring sections were one of it, and also the internship opportunity that comes with the academy. I'm getting to work with the team and get to get hands-on experience and understanding of the financial system, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Chidozie, and thank you for sharing with us. And we're glad that you achieved the purpose for which you came, and we were privileged to get the internship slots, and you even have the opportunity to also practice some of the things that you've learned. We're here to support you at all times and wish you the best in your career ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So before I call the next person, please don't go. We still have to do virtual networking, and I'm trying to create a poll right now so we can vote on the hashtag that we want, so that we can tell our speaker and then we can make posts about it. So if you're here, still don't go. We still have like a few things to do before time. We'll be done in like a few minutes from now, but just stay tuned. So we have the last person and not the least. Ibilola Adewumi. Ibilola, please feel free to unmute yourself and enable your video.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ibilola. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. How is everything? How has been your day?
Good. Thank you.
All right.
And
so
yours?
let's get to, fine, thank you. So let's get to meet you.
Okay, I am Adewumi Bilola. I studied computer science in school.
Okay.
I'm currently writing my ACC exams. I have 4 more papers to go, and I work as an assistant accountant, where I am presently. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So how's the Techie accountant journey been for you so far? How would you describe it?
It's an amazing journey for me, very amazing journey, very insightful. I've learned a lot.
Okay, all right. So what would you say brought you to the Techie Accountant Academy in the first?
I do not have an accounting background, and studying for ACC was really to pass the exams. Yeah, it was knowledge. I really wanted to know. I wanted to be relevant in this field I found myself in. I also wanted to be competitive too. So it was the knowledge, the knowledge. ACC exams were written basically just to pass the exam and to get qualified eventually. But I realized that the classes are different from the real life scenario. So I just needed to know. Yeah.
Okay, so how has it been for you so far? Because I know this is not the first course that you're taking with us. Okay,
No,
you've taken that, and I know this is not the last course you're taking with us.
No, it's not.
This is not the first, and this is not the last, because you're still exactly. So how has this been for you? How has this particular one? How would you rate your progress before the training and after the training?
Before the training, I would say that I was afraid because I didn't have that knowledge. But now I'm not boasting. I'm saying sincerely that I have confidence. I've built the confidence in the academy. The IFRSs, the IASs, I have understanding of them. I can go ahead and teach somebody who studied accounting in school, and be able to say, oh, this is it, and this is what it means. Yeah, I'm not boasting. I'm actually saying the truth. Because Mr. Jima made those courses really simple, like ABC. When you want to teach a child ABC, that was how he went ahead to explain, the IFRSs and the IASs, and so I really understand them.
You really gave it a very an approach that is easy to understand. Okay, so before we continue, guys, please, if you're here, I've launched the poll, so please take the poll. Let's vote for the hashtag that we prefer for our challenge by Andy. So let's vote for the challenges in the poll. Just check for the poll and vote while we're having this chat with Ibilola. Okay, Ibilola, so what was the favorite part of the training for you? What part stood out for you? Which part did you love most about the training?
Mentoring sessions.
Okay, everybody sessions.
All the mentoring sessions, I enjoyed them because there was something one of them would say that would just make you realize that you cannot be local. You just have to think globally. You just have to be on your feet. You can't just sit down and just let things pass you by. You have to participate. You have to be the best at what you do. I enjoyed all the mentoring sessions.
Exactly. So I like the angle you came from, because you see, I don't know if you've had a personal conversation with Mrs. Toyin, but if there's one thing she's always fighting against, is being local. So you can tell that our mentors cannot come, and they are always on this, they are of like minds. So yes, that is it. The competition, like she always says, is global.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't hear you. Wow.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me take over.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So what's your advice to someone that is still contemplating? Should I join the academy? Should I join the community? What will you like to say to them?
I'll say don't waste time. No dulling. Because as long as you are hungry, you will be fed. As long as it's the truth, as long as you're hungry, you'll be fed.
Okay.
And you have the opportunity to connect with different people. So don't dull yourself. Don't think of the money. Just pay the price. It's a price to pay for what you want, actually. So just join. Just join. That's the advice.
Thank you.
All right.
Let me take over.
Thank you so much, Ibilola. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Techie Accountant. I'm proud to be a part of you, and I'm proud that you're also a part of me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Mrs. Olufun. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for staying through. You've heard these are just 4 people out of almost 30 participants that we had. So we cannot afford to bring every one of them out to come and say, because I'm sure if you notice, they are almost saying the same thing, even though their experiences are a bit different, but yes, they have the same thing to say. Our poll is still on. Please take the poll, vote, but we still have like a good number of people that have not voted yet. So please vote and let's know. I'm sure you can see how the voting is going. So let's vote. Let's know the one that we prefer, the hashtag we prefer for our challenge. Thank you guys for staying through. Thank you very much. On behalf of Techie Accountants, I want to say thank you for joining, and I presume that you had fun, you learned a lot, and we are going to be better professionals as by virtue of this summit today. We're going to be better professionals. Let me enable, I hope our panelists can share, but can take part in the poll, but let me see if I can. Just a minute.
No, we can't, Kevin. We can't take part.
Let me see what I can do. Okay, so not all, but I would allow those that spoke to go back to being attendees so that they can. Because so yeah, in the meantime, I would be sharing our LinkedIn profile so that you can check us out on LinkedIn. And so yes, I think more people should be able to participate. So I'll share our profiles now so you can check us out on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube. I shared our YouTube link earlier, but I think I'll share it again so that you can check us out. The recording for this session will be made available. I'm sure it's streaming live on YouTube right now, and it will be made available on YouTube after this session. So those are the links to our profile. I've shared our speakers profile earlier. I will share our speakers LinkedIn profile again. There's the link to her, so you can follow, connect with her, and I will share the link to our founders LinkedIn profile, so you can connect with them, send them messages, read their posts, learn from them, and become better professionals by virtue of just connecting with them. Excuse me.
I've shared the link. So let everybody share. Okay, I think we can start the networking session at this point. Guys, let's connect on LinkedIn. So you can share your LinkedIn handle here and let's all connect. As I said, we're not just here to, yeah, we are here to listen to guest speaker, but at the same time, we are also here to connect. Remember, we talked about networking. It's very, very key to your career success. Networking is very, very key. So guys, share your LinkedIn. We're going to send each other a friend request and we can continue the conversation from there. So guys, I'm waiting. I'm here to see any of your LinkedIn pages here. Please share it and let's connect. Thank you. Kemi, do you have any other thing to say? You're muted.
We'll be starting, sorry about that. We'll be starting our data and analytics
Unmute yourself.
tomorrow. Okay, so someone is sharing a job role. So if you're interested, I think you can, you see, that's why we have platforms like this. So if you're interested, you might want to connect with the person.
If I have one finance intern role in Lekki, Lagos, if you're interested, please share CV to accounts at. Yes, please. Techie accountants in Lagos, please take note of this. If you are not if you are not presently engaged, take note of this and give it a shot. Abiodun, thank you for sharing the opportunity with us.
Thank you.
And let me tell you something we're working on. Okay, Kevin was talking about we're about to launch before the end of the year. We're going to launch a platform called Aya for Africa. Basically, it's a platform that gives you the opportunity to be hired even without you applying. And we're leveraging on machine learning and artificial intelligence to make the platform really smart. And given the employer.
Okay.
Opportunity to recruit a finance professional in less than 24 hours. I'm sure you're wondering how is that possible? Anyway, watch out for the platform. You know how that is possible.
Okay.
But the point is that after okay, I'm back. So you will need to build your
I think we can barely hear. I think the network is quite bad, so we can barely hear. Okay. If you're here to take the poll, please take the poll.
Um,
Okay, while we wait for that to be sorted out, if you're here to take the poll, please take the poll and let's round up on that. As we're about to draw this to a close. After our speech, we'll then round up with this. But if you're here to take the poll, please take the poll. And yeah. Hey guys, we're about to round up, and then thank you guys for staying through even up to this time. We're 20 minutes even. We extended the whole summit by 20 minutes. So thank you for staying through, and feel free to go back to some of the profiles that have been shared and connect with finance professionals like yourself on Instagram, on LinkedIn rather, sorry, on LinkedIn. And let's keep the communication alive even after the space. We're rounding up, and then thank you again for staying through. And we look forward to seeing some of you that are not in the academy join us in the academy, and even take some of our other courses. I'm sure we'll be sending out emails in the week, which will contain all our courses. And so you can have a broader view of what we do at the academy. We're starting our data analytics course tomorrow. Officially, we're starting tomorrow. If you're still interested, when is our next meeting? After the next Techy accountant, which will be next year. So we'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted. But this happens after every Techy accountant season. So after Techy accountant season 8 is when we have another gathering like this. So thank you very much. Tomorrow, what time? No, tomorrow is going to be, we'll be sharing the more details with you when we send your timetable. So that is off this channel. So don't worry about that. When you get your timetable, you will see what the schedule is like. So thank you very much, everybody. If you have any questions, please send us an email. Let me drop our email address. So you can send us an email to lefortfoundation@gmail.com, or send us a DM on Instagram. On Instagram, we are Techie Accountants. Let me see if I can get the link. So you just click through. So is either you send us an email or you try to reach us on Instagram. So one of the two. So you can either reach out to us with any of your inquiries and we'll be willing to help you through. All right, guys, thank you very much. Let's say our final goodbyes as we round off this session. So I'm waiting in the chat. Let me read your final goodbyes as we close. Right, so I'm waiting to see you guys say your goodbye. Goodbye from Accra. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Wisdom, for joining us and for engaging. I'm sure you found it very insightful. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you very much. Thank you, Aminat. Thank you, Rita. Looking forward to seeing you in the coming weeks. Goodbye, Miwa. Thank you, Bosu. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you so much, Fumilola. Thank you, Ajawa Chuku. It doesn't end here. It doesn't end here at all. Thank you. It's been a blast. Yes, we're just getting started. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And enjoy the rest of your evening and have a fulfilling week ahead. Till the next Techie Accountant Summit. Stay safe and stay on top of your game. This is it. Thank you so much, Miwa. Please follow us on all our channels to keep tabs with all our programs so you don't miss. You can continually be in touch with us. Goodbye, Samuel, and thank you so much too. We appreciate you. Bye, Margaret. Bye, everybody. Bye.